Hi, I'm Matt Staniszewski, Director of Community Relations here at Dream Life Recovery. And I'm here with Rosalind. Rosalind, thank you very much for coming today. And something that's always fascinated me is yoga. And here at Dream Life Recovery, part of holistic care incorporates yoga into that curriculum towards recovery. How did yoga come to be? And if you could explain a little bit of the background of yoga.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Yoga was originally brought from the east, obviously, to the west, and before it was brought as a whole piece, they brought just the asana, which is the physical postures, because studying our culture from a distance, kind of noticing that we're a very fast-paced, physically oriented culture, and we wouldn't have really responded to necessarily the meditation aspect or the study aspect. So there's lots of different branches of yoga, but the physical aspect is just kind of one part that was originally cultivated here to branch off into the rest of yoga.
As a way to get our culture and our society, if you will, weaned into it, right?
Exactly.
So there's an entire, obviously the physical well-being, but there's also the mental health well-being through the meditation that you had mentioned. How does that all, if you could describe like the meditation components of it and the relaxation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the main benefits of meditation in general, and especially mindfulness meditation, is that it's really meant to be an act of acceptance. So a lot of people, especially in the US and culturally, kind of think of meditation as you're trying to empty the mind or you're trying to not have thoughts.
And that's how I would initially think of it if somebody told me.
Yeah.
But apparently that's not the case.
Right, and it's not possible.
Okay.
Your brain was meant to think and have thoughts. So mindfulness meditation is really simply an act of noticing and observing one thought at a time and just accepting it. So you're releasing all judgment and all expectations about what you're supposed to be doing, or maybe how much white space you have between thoughts. So it's a really helpful way to just incorporate into living your life and kind of accepting things as they come and not being so hard on yourself or having all these wild expectations about what things should be.
And so it does. So it's something that even through the exercise of yoga, really take with you each and every day, and how you approach problems or different situations in life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, yoga philosophy teaches that that your body is just a metaphor. So everything that happens in even just the postural class on the mat is really a microcosm for the way that you do everything else.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of like learning yoga, like I said, when I came here to Dream Life, I was fascinated to have this opportunity as part of the curriculum. And how does somebody go about, obviously this is something not only in recovery, but good overall well-being and wellness of the body and mind. How does somebody just go about, starting a practice of yoga? What would you recommend? Or
yeah, so there are dozens of different styles of yoga, and then within that, obviously, there's hundreds of thousands of teachers. So really, just like with any other healing modality, it's a matter of just being patient enough to really find a teacher that resonates with you, the style of yoga that's going to support your body most. And in general, I would say most of us, the way that we live our lives, we already have a lot of very yang activities, like yin-yang. We have a lot of energizing qualities, fast-paced multitasking. So it can be really beneficial to try to find something to balance that, if that's you. So finding something more calming, slower, gentler.
okay, so there's different areas or different styles of yoga, and so it's best to find like a trainer, if you will, to really help develop that program that's going to be more specific to your overall well-being or that specific individual.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. It is fascinating, like I said, and you know, it's definitely something that helps everyone through a lot of situations, both in recovery, but also just in living life. And it's something that I found very beneficial here at Dream Life Recovery. And you know, again, like I said, it's something we can take each and every step of the way through life in general. Dealing with this crazy world, sometimes we need to take that step back and really be able to process. And we do look forward to doing some other segments regarding yoga and overall health and wellness, and really taking holistic care of oneself. So, Rosalind, do you have anything else you'd like to say right now, or should we just save it for a next segment?
The only thing I would say right now is that in light of everything that is going on in the world, it's actually a really great opportunity to be able to access all sorts of teachers and classes and things that you wouldn't normally be able to find online.
Okay.
So lots of teachers, myself included, are going online and teaching classes through Skype and things like that to just be able to help people who are in quarantine.
Excellent, excellent. That's very helpful, because obviously social interaction with individuals, that's just part of our human DNA, and obviously people who are practicing social distancing right now, that can put a strain on one's mental health. You know, obviously we have to be mindful of physical health, but you know, keeping that mind and that spirit healthy is also very important.
Right.
And you know, I think this is a great avenue to help with those particular aspects of one's life. So we'll definitely post the information on this video. It should already be up on the bottom here, and we'll get your information up there, and definitely look forward to chatting with you further.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.